On one, I know everything. On the other one, I'm still learning a few things.
Yeah.
But yeah, G, straight up. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? I can make beats right. Hey! Yo, welcome to Beers and Bars.
Your place for rapid fire hip hop discussion and, of course, great beer.
I am Kamal Kiddo.
OT the Golden Child. Thank y'all for checking out our last episode. But stop right there. We're going to go ahead and just talk about this week. We have a special guest with us today. Good friend of the show. Good friend in general, you know what I'm saying? Good guy. Our buddy John from Revolution Brewing. I feel like we should just do a clap real quick.
Woo! I thought you were bringing someone else out. You fooled me when you said good guy, but thanks.
Yeah, man. So we're going to be, well, Kamal, you can let them know where we're going to be, you know.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about, today we're talking about, along with Run the Jewels 4 that just dropped, right?
Yes, like yesterday or something.
Yeah. So we're talking about Run the Jewels 4, Killer Mike and producer LP, but he also raps.
Yeah.
Also, we're just going to be chopping it up with John a little bit about the state of the world and having running a brewery and all of that and the brewery involvement while we're on quarantine and all that good stuff. But we're not really on quarantine anymore, kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
We're doing all of that. We're doing all of that.
Yeah.
So before we get into all of that, what are we drinking, guys? What are we drinking? I'll go first. I'll go first, and let's end with John because I feel like he might have like some specialty. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'll go first.
You can try to narrow it down to the brewery for me.
Again, thank you, John, for the care package I'm having, the Tropic Hero today. I've had this before, and this is very delicious. My wife even likes it. She actually took mine and was like, "Oh wow, I really like this. Like, take it easy. I only got 2, so take it easy."
Yeah,
the other one. But this is a double dry hop hazy, right? 7.6% ABV. What else can I say about it, John? What's up? What can you tell me about it?
Just got an absolute ton of those American hops that got that like pineapple, mango, coconut kind of thing. Like to the point where, and I realize, I'm a paid person for the company, but like people have been emailing like, hey, I'm allergic to pineapple or I'm allergic to coconut. And I had this beer and I really liked it. Does this have pineapple or coconut? And there's none of that in there. It's all from those hops. And like the hazy and the double dry hop. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
It is just a blast of summer.
I had, I drink my 2, and it's definitely a very, very good beer. Super flavorful. I did catch the pineapple and mango notes on it. So, man, it's a good one.
We'll get y'all some more.
Keeping it local as well. Today I have Old Irving's Della. This is their Kolsch. So it is, this is my last one in my 4-pack. So it's a German-style Kolsch coming in at 5.2% on the alcohol volume. It's pretty good for a day like today, Outside, it's close to 90.
Yeah.
Pretty light, crisp. So, keeping it local. Yeah.
Nice.
Those guys at Old Irving make awesome beer, and they're really nice people.
Yeah.
Like Kolsch is just a perfect summer beer. It's just so easy to drink. And it's a craft beer that tastes just like regular beer. Like I wish it didn't have a German name to intimidate some people into thinking it. It's just beer flavored beer. It's like one of my favorite styles.
Right, yeah, man. Right. Sure. What do you have, sir?
Well, I hate to make you guys repeat yourselves because I do watch the show and I know you've talked about it, but being a company man, I've got the delicious Rosa Hibiscus Ale in my company man glass to show beautiful pink flavor.
All right.
And by flavor, I mean color.
Very
nice. Let's do this. Let's actually start there. Let's talk about Rosa because so a lot of times I drink 2 beers on the show, so I do have a stash here next to me. So
nice.
Tell us a little bit about this Hibiscus Ale. This is you guys re-release, right? Every year around this time you come out with this, or?
Yeah, and this almost went away because things kind of peak and go like this. And like Rosa has always had this amazing like cult following. The people who love Rosa go absolutely nuts for it. But we thought maybe this would be the year we would like maybe add a little bit of lime, bring down the ABV, make it kind of like a active lifestyle kind of thing. We had tried out some stuff with our tours at the brewery. You guys might have had an early batch of like Neo Rosa. We were calling it Rosa Fina at the time. But you know, with stuff locking down, with this hot summer coming up, we're like, hey, people have been still clamoring for it, like for months. People just ask us, like, when's Rosa getting released? I realize this sounds fake as hell, but like I have to deal with these emails every day.
No.
So it's like people were getting the Rosa bug. So we said, nah, let's bring out the Rosa that people know and love, sell most of it at the brewery, and see what happens. And man, people have been grabbing Rosa. It's a good beer. It's a golden ale, like cross of gold, you know, at the base, and then every single drop of the beer goes through this gigantic dose of hibiscus, like kind of for more or less like a spaghetti strainer you see at a restaurant.
Yeah,
all that beer hot circulates through that hibiscus, and that's where you get kind of that fruity flavor, a little bit of like this. It's a real dry beer, but it comes across as sweet with some of that floral kind of almost like melony kind of stuff. It's good.
Yeah.
We had someone today drive down from Wisconsin and then drive away with $200.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, well, none's making it up north of the Cheddar Curtain this year, so I wanted to make sure he was stocked, and I respect him for it. I should probably send him a thank you card.
Yeah, man.
So, wow. So, OT, did you have some?
No, I'm good. I wanted to just.
Right,
I've been really taking these down, so I just wanted to know about the beer stuff. But yeah, go ahead, come on.
So with all of this that's going on, how has the experience been since like the beginning, since we first got on lockdown at the early, how long ago was it? At least
about late March,
like March, middle of March. So how's that been going with the brew making process? The brewery, did the brewery close down? Did they have to shut down, or like how did all of that play out?
So we started sending people home pretty early before the governor asked people to kind of, you know, stay at home and quarantine. We, you know, thought this is going to be a big thing. Let's keep our people safe, you know, pull our reps off from visiting accounts. And people have mostly been working at home. I've been to the brewery maybe like twice since this started. And the brew pub I would go to every couple of weeks, but we just reclosed it for, to do some work, some kind of build outs, you know, while this is all going on. So, you know, we've all been kind of remote and doing our own, and like, you know, it's as, you know, kind of like emotionally fraught for us as anybody. We didn't ever have to shut down the brewery, but we have a lot of new safety measures in place, keeping people separated, getting enough masks and gloves, taking everyone's temperature when they come in every time.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like, you know, we're really taking this very seriously. We haven't had anyone diagnosed with COVID. People who were traveling in March were asked to stay away from the brewery for, you know, 2 weeks, 20 days, or I don't remember the exact thing.
Right.
But, you know, trying to keep our people safe and healthy and, you know, work as much as we can. So on the plus side, you know, we've been continuing to make beers, you know, not just for selling at the tap room with curbside and everything, but, you know, sending out to retail and everything. And it's people are actually crushing, you know, like these 12 packs and these larger size packs of craft beer lately. You know, they're wanting to stock up and get variety packs. Like League of Heroes is doing really well. The Everyday Hero 15 pack's been doing well. The new Fifth City like redesigned pack, Cross of Gold. People dig it. People want to buy more and go out sort of less while they have to, you know, minimize trips out. So
cool.
No brewery, including us, is ready for all draft business to just completely nosedive. But we've been able to keep making beer, you know, keep things running, keep the new releases going. Because, you know, it's nice to have stuff to look forward to. I circle every date on our new release calendar, although that is coming up.
Okay.
Nice. So you all still do have a new release calendar. Are you able to stick to it?
Yeah, so it went through a major recalibration in like April and May. But yeah, we're continuing to release new stuff. We've got a cool collaboration coming tomorrow. We went out to Pollyanna and made a beer with them. It's a Hefeweizen with a lot of those same kind of like hop techniques that you see in that Tropic Hero. So it's kind of like a pineapple-y luau version of a German Hefeweizen. It's called Lederhosen Luau. It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have not even gotten to taste it yet. Like when the brewery starts bringing the curbside tomorrow, I'm going to pick up my own beer.
Nice. So has anything changed with the brewing process? Are there any different measures you take with the actual brewing process?
Not really, because the beer and sanitation is always kind of front and center in any brewer's mind. The cleaning process, the sanitation of both package and everything. Where it has changed is just kind of the way that people operate on the production and canning line and the cellar and everything. Where we have people staggered, we have them with additional protective equipment and stuff like that.
Right. Okay. All right.
That's what's up.
That's positive. Yeah. So when is the tap room open right now?
So we are running 7 days a week for curbside pickup, 12 to 7. We do not have the cool outdoor space where we'd be able to set up a bunch of tables apart, but really happy for our friends that do. I saw More Brewing is opening up this weekend for just patio service, reservation only. I saw I don't know if you guys follow at Chicago Bars, but he's been very, very happy about the reopening, and he was just posting pictures of himself, having drinks and bites at different patios around today.
Nice. That's actually pretty dope, actually.
Yeah, it is, honestly.
But that's cool. That's good to hear, man.
Yeah, people want to get out there, and we're happy to be there for them, as soon as it's safe for everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we can't wait to get back out there or to get back to the, hopefully this will all be, kind of ending soon, and we can all come together again and drink beer and kick it and whatnot. So, but
were you affected at all by any looting or anything like that? Was the brewery affected at all?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean the brewery wasn't affected in terms of being damaged and everything, but yeah, but like the issues of what sparked this in the first place, the civil unrest, equal treatment of people is very much on our minds. That's why we put out that statement. It hasn't affected us, from a financial standpoint. From like our buildings are safe, our people are safe, but like my coworkers, our friends, our customers were the ones out there protesting peacefully too, and that's very front of mind. We went pretty quiet for a couple days there because sometimes the most powerful thing you could say is kind of just nothing.
Yeah.
From our point of view.
Yeah.
For sure. A lot of people are quick to say things, and sometimes you gotta take a step back and think about the
processing and whatnot.
Process everything that's going on before you make a statement.
Yeah,
for sure.
But I did see you guys' statement, and that was beautiful. Though. I did. Yeah. So
for sure.
Appreciate that.
We're lucky to have a bunch of people who understand the importance of listening, and that's the key thing.
Exactly.
For sure. Run the jewels.
Still Run the Jewels. Let's talk about some music real quick.
So let me just say thank you, John, for bringing this up. Actually, OT, it's funny because OT texted me like, yo, this just dropped during this time. We should check it out. I'm like, all right, cool. And then he showed me your text where you said we should try, let's talk about Run the Jewels.
Yeah. Well, I texted him and he was like, dude, I'm already like listening. I'm like, okay, perfect. I have never suggested an album when I come on here. That is not my role. But man, I was so excited when OT texted me.
Yeah. Like for sure.
So this is this is RTJ4, right? We can open up with you, John. What are your thoughts on the project?
I understand. I am not musical in the slightest, and I understand that you can't make an album overnight and then just drop it. But the lyrics on this, the themes, like the righteous anger on some, and like a little bit of like mournfulness on others. It sounds like they made it yesterday to release, 2 days ago to release yesterday. It's wild. And I think it's awesome. Like their albums have always been really, hard hitters. But the production on each one has just like escalated, and I think there was a big jump on RTJ 3, and then 4 here. It's like cinematic. I mean, it sounds like the soundtrack to everything.
Yeah. It sounds like the soundtrack of the time. That's so. And I mean, I'm a fan of them, and I know that they've been working on the project for a minute, and because they already play sometimes in like a political lane, they're kind of conscious and aware of the events. It's. I think Killer Mike or LP was just like, yo, we gotta, because albums don't drop on Wednesdays anymore, right? Like,
they don't.
Somebody was like, yo, this needs to be heard at this point, and I would agree. It's a lot of themes on here that are speaking about, what's happening within the country. My favorite joints, I did write some notes here. I like Out of Sight, Walking in the Snow, Just, and Pulling the Pen. LP said on Pulling the Pen, eat your heart out, fiction fans. Truly, the truth's a stranger document. And I was like, wow, like, that's amazing. So I think it's a good album, and I think it's very timely. And yeah, man, they did their thing on this one.
I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I saw a quote from Nina Simone like earlier today. The responsibility of the artist is to reflect the times. And I felt like, you know what? That's crazy that we're doing this show today, because Run the Jewels, that like explains what Run the Jewels is doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've always been, Killer Mike has always been political. He's always been in the forefront of politics, and, been standing with Bernie Sanders on different things.
Yeah.
And his lyrics on here are so poignant and good for right now.
Yeah.
And I found myself they have the new feature on Apple Music where you can look at the lyrics.
Yeah.
And I tried to just listen, and on my first listen, I'm going back, wait, hold on, what did he say? I had to run it back and look at the lyrics. I'm like, yo, this man is spitting right now. This man is going crazy right now. Like,
yeah, man.
He's got some really good bars on here. Even Pharrell was getting conscious on here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, on the Just joint, yeah.
Dude, how I realize, like, I'm the shaggy dude who went to college in the but, like, I was shocked how good Zach De La Rocha still sounds on that track. I mean,
he did.
Man.
He did.
He sounds like
he's getting off too.
Yes.
Too.
When I was coming up, I was like a big like metal, and rock fan before I got into hip hop, and Rage Against the Machine was my like original angry anti-establishment, band that and still love them, but it's like that he's feeling today on Just like he did, in the 90s when I was like, holy shit, no one makes music like this. It's cool.
Yeah.
Like it's cool. You get that old feeling back.
For sure.
And he has a super recognizable voice. He has a very recognizable voice. Like when I heard, I'm like, wait a minute, is that the guy from Rage? And then I looked like, oh, it's the guy from Rage. So I was like, dang, that's crazy.
Great. I'm like, dang, who? I had to look again. I'm like, dang, I'm just listening to it, not looking at the track list or anything. I'm like, yo, this guy's getting off. It's like, oh, snap. Pretty good. But, I think, of course, the last track is always kind of summing up everything. And A Few Words for the Firing Squad is such a good song to me.
It's really great.
My goodness. And I feel like, I don't know if, I'm not completely familiar with all of their albums. So I feel like I've heard the Firing Squad theme from a couple of LP projects. I'm a fan of LP. You know what I'm saying? I've been checking for LP for a while. Flyentology might be one of my favorite projects from LP. I'm a fan of Company Flow, El Producto, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm a fan. And he actually just did the Tom Hardy movie, the Capone movie. He just did the soundtrack for Capone. And, once again, on this album, on this project, he's leveling up on the sonics. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like revolutionary rap rock. You know what I'm saying? It's like a different. It's hard hitting like that. It's different from just your everyday rap songs. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of that has to do with LP. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That soundscape is something different. You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you like this: the sound. You're right. The Sonics on here are very good, and I saw them at Lala in 2016, and I'll say they make very good music for like a festival type of vibe. Like the 808s and the subs and all that are like very hard hitting, and they killed Lala in 2016. So yeah, man. But it's perfect. A revolutionary group, Revolution Brewing. It's all.
Look at that.
All making sense.
I mean, what I dig about LP, like the guy's the opposite of an overnight sensation, right? Who like, you know, puts out one great album. I mean, he's been at it for what, damn near 3 decades. And it's amazing to me, like, you know, not just with the RTJ projects, but how between each new release, like he seems to up his game in a way that you're like, oh man, like this is crazy. Like I liked him before. I didn't know I could like him that much more. Like, and I hear like the way that Firing Squad loops back into Yankee and the Brave, if you're, you know, kind of listening on the loop, is so good.
That's true. That's true.
Yes. Like it had me thinking, like, man, this Yankee and the Brave theme, you know what I'm saying? Like, they could do so much more with that, you know what I'm saying? They could do a lot of things with Yankee and the Brave, you know what I'm saying?
I do kind of dig, you know, their buddy cop movie, like best friends vibe, and like, like they always talk about it when you see them live. I saw them at the Aragon after RTJ 3, and like it's kind of cool, OT, that you mentioned just like the festival circuit and how perfect the sound is for that, because you put them in a small club and it's like the same music,
right?
The same kind of attitude, but like the energy there felt almost like going to a punk show or something, where everyone is just like looking for something to, you know, resist it against. It's really cool.
I had some buddies that went to that show, I believe. So, and I saw some clips from that show, and it looked just amazing. So, yeah, man.
Absolutely wild.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Run the Jewels, man. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
John, we appreciate it. Once again, we've done it. Another. You know what? You are now an honorary member because, well, an honorary guest or whatever. I think once you get to like 3 shows with us, like you get that next level status. Right. It's like a boost up.
I'm like John Goodman hosting Saturday Night Live now.
There you go. We always appreciate the love. We appreciate the beers, you know what I'm saying, and all that kind of good stuff. So you guys are right with us, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Anytime, man. Happy to come on. Happy to talk music with you guys anytime.
Beers and bars?
Beers and bars.
Beers and bars. Right on.